In this video, we're going to learn how to play Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. We'll take a look at the intro, verse, chorus, and the guitar solo, and we're going to look at the best thumb, wrist, and elbow positionings and movements so you can play this cleanly and easily. Hey everyone, Rod at DeGeorge here, and welcome to my beginner guitar series, Easy Guitar Songs. Today, Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. We are going to take a look at the intro riff and the solo, but first I want to start off with the verse and the chorus. These are basically just chord progressions, both of them starting on G, and I believe on the recording they do more of a bar chord type thing. Then the chorus, that would be the verse, then the chorus. But if you're new to guitar, you may feel more comfortable playing the open chords, and we can do that like this. For the verse, it would be G, F, C, G. Chorus, G, D, C, G. All right, so that's the basic rundown of the verse and the chorus. Now let's take a look at what we're doing. If we're doing open chords, and like I said, since this is a beginner guitar series, we're going to look at the movement so you can make these changes easier. Now, going from the G to the F, now when I played it, I played the F with the C in the bass. Just gives a fuller sound, and we'll discuss that in a second. But when we're making these movements from the G to the F, this is a big movement for your fingers. Also, it makes it easier if the elbow and wrist come in and turn before you try to move those fingers. If you try to go to the F in this position, it's going to be more difficult. If you watch what happens, my wrist drops a little bit as my elbow comes in, and I release these fingers, and it's easier for me to put these in place. And then again, from the F to the C, I do a little bit of movement with my wrist and elbow before I put my fingers on. Then I bring that elbow and wrist in, C, and then back to the G. Now another thing you can pay attention to is the angle of the knuckles. These knuckles are angled for the G, they're more parallel for the F and the C, and then back to the angle for the G. Now what I did, instead of doing the F like this, all I did was move this third finger up and put the pinky where the third finger was. This is an F chord with the C in the bass. Now to me, that just gives a fuller sound. It's just like the F bar chord, but we don't have to bar all 6, we're just barring 2. Okay? Another thing it does is when I go to the C, that third finger does not have to move. Okay? So it's just a little bit of a pivot of the wrist to go from that F to the C. My fingers aren't doing a lot of movement. Most of the movement is happening in my elbow and my wrist. Let's look at the strumming too. It's basically 1, 2, and 4. Okay, that's the basic feel. Down, down, up, down. 1, 2, and 4. Now, if you're new to this type of strumming, those 2 upstrokes in a row can be tricky a little bit. What you want to do is 1, 2, and did you see that I still did a downstroke on 3? 1, 2, and 3, but I did not hit the string. You want to keep this movement going. So if you were to watch this video while I'm strumming with no sound, it would look like I'm just doing this. Okay, we want to keep that movement going. 1, 2, and 4. So on 3, we're not hitting the string, but you're still coming down so you can come back up for that upstroke. All right, and then for the chorus, right, so that G to D, if we're doing the G with these two fingers here, that third finger stays in place, and we just move, again, the wrist and elbow first, and that helps our fingers come into place a little easier. So, chorus. All right, so now let's take a look at this intro riff. This is a great one, especially if you're just a beginner guitar player. This is a great one to develop accuracy and get your fingers in shape for these type of guitar riffs. So for the intro, the bass is just doing straight eighth notes on the G. And then the guitar comes in over top of that. And then this is a little tricky. We do a little bend there. So let's take a look at this. On the 4th string, we're sliding into the 9th fret with our 3rd finger. Then our middle finger plays the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Then we do the exact same thing a whole step lower, sliding into the 7th with our 3rd finger on the 4th string. And then our middle finger plays the 6th fret of the 2nd string. So together that would be 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. And then what we do here, instead of sliding, he hammers this on. 4th string, we're doing 3rd to 5th fret. So we just pick there and slam that finger on, hammer that on the 5th fret. And then hit the open E string, 1st string open. And then we do that same hammer on, but then this time we pick the D note, the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And now we're going to the 6th fret of the 5th string, and a very slight bend. This is a minor 3rd of the G, and we're bending it almost up to the major 3rd. He doesn't quite get there. It gives it that bluesier sound. Okay, so I'm going to take this slow so you can see it all in context. 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and... Okay, for that guitar solo, the bass is just riding the 8th notes on the G again. And the guitar is doing... So what we're doing there is the middle finger is playing the D note, the 7th fret of the G string. Okay, then we're playing the F, 1st finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. Then we just move it down half step. So we're playing the C sharp here on the 6th fret of the G string and the E, the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So we're doing... Then we take that same formation, take it down to the 2nd and 1st string. Sorry about that. Take it down to the 2nd and 1st fret on the 3rd and 2nd string, same strings. Play the A and the C, and slide that up to the B and the D, the 4th fret of the 3rd string, the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Getting tongue-tied today. So, again, just down half step. Now we go all the way down to the 2nd and 1st fret, then slide up to the 4th and the 3rd. All right, so that's the solo. So now with this, it would be great if you could work everything up to speed and play along with the recording. But in the beginning, it may be a little challenging. So what you may want to do is put on a metronome, a drum beat, drum machine at a slower tempo than the recording, and just take it nice and slow. Same for the intro. Take it a little slower. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. So hopefully you found that helpful. I also wanted to let you know that I have a free lesson in the description box below on how to switch chords quickly and easily. We'll go a little bit more in depth into the anatomy of the hand, how it works with the thumb, wrist, and elbow movements to help you make these changes quicker and easier. So if you're interested, just click the link below and it's yours absolutely free. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of these videos, please hit the subscribe button. And be sure to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button. That way YouTube will let you know when a new video is released. That being said, I'm DeGeorge. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Peace.